Hey everyone, and welcome to another video here with the Wolfpack Customs. And today, as you can probably tell already, I have Thor Ragnarok figures to show you, 5 in total, that being Thor himself, Hela, Valkyrie, Loki, and the Mighty Hulk. And gotta be honest, it's been quite a trip. Just, yeah, you guys will see, especially with that Hulk right there, this showcase was nearly impossible to just get out in time, and there are a couple things that I gotta mention before we get onto the showcase. That is that I ordered the helmets for Thor and Hela. As you can probably tell, they are not wearing their signature helmets that they will be wearing in the film. That is because I ordered them and the seller didn't send them in time. And that sucks. I am frustrated over that, and I did what I could, but I don't want to go into the store and buy a $50 set just for the 2 helmets, and that just was not what I was gonna do. I don't have $50 to just drop on 2 helmets, so I would rather just wait until tomorrow, since that's when they say they will arrive, paint them up, and just do a separate 5-minute video showing you guys the final results on the figures. So I hope you guys understand that in the main showcase they will not have their helmets. However, tomorrow or the day after I'm done customizing them properly in my own way, I will show them to you in their final look. So please bear with me throughout this video and just give me your opinions. Maybe wait until I have the final details, like the helmets and all that, for you to tell me your opinions on those 2 figures at least. But you can go ahead and judge Loki, Valkyrie, Hulk as you wish. I mean, it's all up to you. It's I just want to hear what you guys have to say. But yeah, without further ado, this showcase was nearly impossible to make without the help of Chris Productions and other people from Instagram, people that provided me with the Hulk. I'll leave a link to their Instagram link down in the description, because it was just not gonna be possible without their help, and other stuff, of course. So this has been quite a journey, and one of the most enjoyable showcases that I've ever done. So I'm overly happy with this, and I just cannot wait for the movie, which comes out later tonight. So I'm gonna go watch that, and we'll see what happens. So without further ado, let's get right into the showcase, and yeah, that'll be that. First off, we have Thor, of course, in his Gladiator outfit. As you can see, he has all the red marks on his face, on his armor, on his shoulder, and all that, on his legs as well. And he has his swords that I made 3 hours. It took me 3 hours to make these, both symmetrical and all that, with the detail. They were both katanas, gold katanas, and then I cut a little bit of each one off, and then I added this extra piece right here to give them the shape that they have in the movie, and painted the rest on, and I think it all came out very nice and pretty clean, if I do say so myself. He does not come with the other weapons because he only has 2 arms, and yeah. But other than that, the helmet, of course, like I mentioned, I will receive the helmet in the mail, perhaps today, or not today, tomorrow, and I'll do a small video showing Thor and Hela and the rest of the stuff that I was not able to showcase in this video in a separate video. So stay tuned for that. And back to Thor. There are several 3-dimensional items on this figure, such as the skirt that goes around the entire figure, pretty much. It's silver, pretty much, to continue the armor that he is wearing, and of course his armor. And then this brown piece is a separate piece, and then the belt that goes around the entire figure is also a separate piece. So there's 3 layers right there. Then this belt as well goes across his chest, is 3-dimensional. This piece right here is 3-dimensional. Every circle on him is circle, as in like these gold things right there. The three are three-dimensional as well, all cut out and glued onto the figure. And then the cape, of course, is also fabric. It's actually a Lego cape that I cut out and kind of shaped to be a little torn and all that. And it's not actually attached to the neck of the figure like every Lego branded figure does. It's actually glued onto the shoulder and folded onto the back, just like so. And I think it looks very nice. I'm very happy with this figure, and even the likeness to the character, the actor, Chris Hemsworth. I'm just very happy overall with the Gladiator Thor figure. So without further ado, let's move on to our next figure. Alright, so as you can probably tell just by looking at this, I'm having trouble fitting this big fig into the frame. Yes, this is the first time me doing a big fig review, showcase video, whatever. And well, gotta be honest, this is the best figure I've ever done. Not only it has the most details I've ever done onto one figure, it's also the figure that has taken me the most. This figure took me 40 hours plus. Not like I didn't sit down for like 40 hours and paint this. It took me like in the lapse about a month. It was on and off work and it was just crazy, but at the end I love this figure. And I don't know, it's just the figure that stands out the most, possibly from my own collection. Obviously because he's probably a big figure, but at the same time he just has so many details that I cannot just go over very easily. And there's probably some that I was not able to capture as I would have wanted to, simply because time restraints and just the reference pictures a few months ago were not the best. And I mean, it's kind of hard to get all the details right when there's a figure this big. But at the end, I'm very happy with this figure overall. So without further ado, I'm gonna go around and show you most of the details that I did onto this figure. So like I said at the beginning of the video, he does not have his weapons, but I am making at least one of them, and I'll be doing a video showing him with his weapon later on. But overall, here's the figure. The armor, this was the original Lego fig, but I completely 100% repainted this whole thing. The only thing that's pretty much original is his eyes and his mouth. That's pretty much it. The rest is 100% painted by me, or I guess repainted. The arms, the armor piece, the outlines, the fists, and actually these are three-dimensional. I added those, this one as well. The silver lines, Legos actually is inaccurate, so I had to redo all that. And yeah, and I also repainted the entire figure in my own shade of green, which I think is more accurate to Hulk's. And all this, like, three-dimensional items are a lot. Like, there's a lot of them. Like, this whole thing is one, this, the belt, that. There's like 5 different layers of three-dimensional stuff right there, layers and layers. And then two-dimensional item, three-dimensional, and this is also three-dimensional, the little brace there. Then back here as well, this whole thing is three-dimensional, this, and then this going down that way. And then on his legs, I'm gonna show you right here, also more three-dimensional. His sandals, his knee armor thing, and then back here as well, these are all three-dimensional. They wrap around his entire legs, which are huge. It's just crazy, guys. Like, just making this whole fig was amazing and intense. And that was my phone if you heard that. And here's the sides of the torso, I guess you could say. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. See, that was the shade that Lego made, however I made it my own. And there you can see all the detail all that tedious detail that just took me hours and hours. And yes, there's the arm. And the other side, very quickly, there's the design, the detail, everything. It's right there, and there's the arm. And yeah, man, I mean, it's kind of hard to look at this just from a plain view, and I don't know, there's just so many details on this figure. And again, I'm just the happiest person with this character. And yes, of course, I did add let's do this right here. I did add the red thing there. I repainted that as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And honestly, there isn't that much I can say other than this was the craziest figure I've ever done. And without making this segment any longer and bore you guys with more stuff that I could possibly say, but I'm not going to, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to our next character. Then third off, we got Valkyrie here, which is probably not the most interesting figure out of the 5. However, she does look pretty cool in my opinion, and this is, I believe, the only character that is featuring a fully 100% painted face by me. I had to completely do that entire face, and I had to do a lot of other cool stuff to this character, but let's start with her sword, her Gladiator sword. This is a breakforged weapon, the sword, and I slightly modified it. I carved a little bit of these areas to make it look thinner and all, and painted the blade blue, and gave it a nice shine. Right there, you can probably tell how it shines a little bit right there, which is pretty nice. And under her outfit, it's honestly pretty simple, however pretty nice. It's mostly black and a little bit of blue. She has a skirt going around her entire torso. Pretty interesting skirt, if I do say so myself. She has this little armor piece up here, which was kind of tricky to get on, but I finally got it to work. Got another of these 3D circle pieces that I used for Thor, and I glued that on there. And yeah, I mean, the design of her outfit, well, how I saw it, it was a light shade of black, so I did the entire thing black and metallic gray outlinings, and I think the combination works. She has those details on her legs. I really don't know what else she has, because that's pretty much all I could see, or that's all I could find reference pictures for, so I just added that. Like I always do. I mean, some people say I'm kind of lazy with the legs. It's just that I do not find enough reference pictures for their boots or the legs, so I just do what I can. And her arms are pretty simple. It was kind of tricky to find these exact color arms to her face, because not a lot of characters or Lego figures have these, but I managed to. And a few details on her arms, like arm bits and armors and stuff. Black hands, nothing too interesting there. And the back is a regular Lego cape, however I trimmed it and I kind of cut it to make it seem more like her cape, and it's a nice blue color and I really like it. And the most complicated thing about this character was coming out with an idea for her hair. Now, I used a Rey from Star Wars hairpiece because that's the most accurate thing I could find, and I cut out one of her buns because she has 3, if you did not know, and I kind of sanded the third one down to make it seem like she only has 1, because if I had cut this one off, it wouldn't have been long enough for hair, so I just left that and kind of sanded it down, even though you can probably tell it's a little bit of a bun still. But still, I really like it, and I'm happy with this character overall, so definitely happy with Valkyrie here. So without further ado, let's move on to our fourth figure. Next up we have Loki here, and I gotta say that I actually had to remake this entire figure due to me basing this figure off the Legends version, and later on realizing that that was not the accurate version to his film outfit, so I totally just scrapped that other outfit off and totally redid this entire thing, and I gotta say that I'm even happier with this version than I was with the other Legends inaccurate version that I did. And it was crazy because I did both versions in one day, and gotta say that I'm pretty impressed with how quick I was able to make that figure. And well, without further ado, some of the cool aspects of this figure is that the helmet, of course, it's the original Lego helmet. However, I did carve out I don't have the original Lego right here, the original Lego helmet, non-modified version here, but basically there's still some of the piece of the helmet piece itself stuff going around. Pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And then up here as well, and what I did was carve out everything and kind of merge the helmet merged the helmet to this hairpiece, which is pretty much a Qui-Gon Jinn from Star Wars hairpiece, and painted black because I only had a brown one, and just call it good because he's not wearing a full-on helmet, he's wearing a partial helmet crown thing, whatever that is. And I honestly like how this whole thing came out, and here it is. You can even see the brown inside of this entire piece, and I completely repainted the thing in gold, my own gold, and some details and outlinings and all that, and I'm overall very happy with that. And then he's wearing a dark green cape, as you can see there. Those daggers are from Brick Forge. I painted them up and slightly modified them at the very tip. You can probably tell that there's a tiny bit of the tip missing because I carved out a little piece right there that's missing. You can barely even tell, but it's there. And the blue handle and all that I also painted. And then the rest of the body, there's a couple three-dimensional items right here, the shoulder pad, then this blue belt, and on the other side as well there's a little shoulder pad that's right there, as you can see right there. And yeah, this face is pretty much an original Lego face, but the eyebrows were brown, so I repainted those in black, and I think it gave the likeness to the actor very well. So I'm overall happy with this figure, and I hope you guys are too. So last but not least, of course, is Hela. Yes, she is not wearing the horns helmet, and that's totally the main thing about this character. When you hear her name Hela, or that's the first thing that comes to your mind. Oh, the character with horns, the villain with horns. Yeah, I know I did not receive them in the mail, but like I said in the beginning of this video, I am getting them. I am gonna customize them, and I will put them on my figure instead of this hairpiece, but it did not come in time, and that sucks because I got them a while ago. The person didn't send them in time, and it was just frustrating for me. And for this entire video showcase, like, I had it all planned out, it was all perfect until that happened, and I just gotta apologize to you guys because this is like my most like, I honestly feel like I let you guys down with this figure, but at the same time, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. Like on Instagram, there's been a lot of commissions, and I've been focusing on that as well, but I also got time to make these figures, but I was not able to get the helmet for this character. But tomorrow, and I'll stop saying but, by the way, but tomorrow or the next day I'll make a video with the upgraded versions. I'm not really gonna do anything to their bodies or anything. I'm just gonna add the helmets. I'm gonna show you guys how they look with the helmets. That goes for Thor and Hela especially. So yeah, you can also tell that I did not add a sword. That is because, and simply because, I ran out of time. So yeah. But then again, she's not holding her sword all the time. It's not like, oh, it's like Thor's hammer or Thor's sword or something like that. It's not something that I thought was very necessary for this figure. I thought the helmet with the horns was going to be intimidating enough, but again, there's another but right there. I did not get the helmet. Anyways, the figure itself, I'm really happy. I was able to do this figure in like 5 hours in like one sitting or so, and the face I'm very happy with. It looks very similar to the character or the actress in the movie, and the torso, the arms all have green linings, and so not silver, but the green is like a metallic color, and I really like the feel of it, the look of it. It's very clean. It's one of the cleanest figures I've ever done, to be honest. And the arms even have the continuation of that design as well. This hair was this color, like brownish kinda. I painted it up black and gave it a special varnish. I keep saying special varnish, but it's not even special at all, to be honest. It's just varnish. There's the arms and the design that goes around them. I tried to add as many lines or as many details to this character as I possibly could. That is because I did notice that I missed a few, but they were in that, like, you couldn't really tell that they were there. So I got the main look of the figure, and I'm overall happy with that. So you guys let me know what you think about Hela in the comments, because even though this figure was the fastest to make, I still got work to do on her, and I mean, I'm just gonna wait and see in the comments what you guys think of her, but I think that you guys will like her a lot more with the helmet once it gets here. And that pretty much wraps it up for this showcase, so let's go ahead and wrap up this video. So that pretty much wraps it up, guys. I am kind of sad but also happy that this showcase has been a success. Of course, without the helmets, like I mentioned. However, I am gonna do the separate video that's gonna be like 5 minutes or so. So stay tuned for that if you are still interested in looking at their final results, which I'm pretty excited for, because I've been excited for this film for like since ever I watched the trailer. Like, it's been quite a journey, and this has been one of the films that I've been looking forward throughout the entire year. So I'm very excited, very happy that it's coming too close to the time that I'll be walking into the theater and just going and watching the movie, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be great. Reviews say it's gonna be fantastic. Like, the reviews are actually say it's a great film. So I'm excited for that, and yeah. As far as future plans, I only plan 3 more videos this year at least, maybe 4. No promises though. That is Justice League figures, which will include the 6 main characters. That is Batman in his owl suit, Superman in his regular suit, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman. And that'll be it for Justice League. No villain this time because I do not have the time. And then after that, possibly Battlefront 2 figures. I'm not sure how many I can do before December, like before I gotta get onto the Last Jedi figures, but I do plan 14 figures for that. I do not have the mind to list them all off right now, right here, but once we get closer to that, you guys will know which characters I'll be doing. Of course, Rey, Kylo, Luke, and all that, and all those characters. So stay tuned for that. Please subscribe, like, comment, share this video, check out my social media, and I will see you guys later very soon. And I'm just happy that you made it through this until this point of the video and bearing with me and the figures. So yeah, that's it. My throat hurts, so I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys later, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.